Nigeria no longer has any Ebola contact under surveillance, and that's according to the Minister of Health, Professor Onyebuchi Chukwu. He made this clear at the ongoing 69th UN General Assembly in New York. Professor Chukwu explained that all contacts have completed 21 days of observation and have been discharged, including the remaining 25 Ebola contacts located in Port Harcourt. As it stands, the total number of confirmed EVD cases recorded in Nigeria remain 19, with 12 survivors and 7 deaths. On the international scene, the United Nations Children Agency, UNICEF, has launched a new open-source app store for international development known as Rapid Pro. The executive director of UNICEF, Anthony Lake, said the new app is created to be used in Ebola control strategies. Rapid Pro pulls together other applications into one easy-to-understand bundle, ready for governments, large organizations, and others to deploy anywhere in the world.
We are developing now something called M-Hero, which I'm excited about, which is being developed for Rapid Pro, and we're going to use for when we get it in, for the Ebola response, and it will allow us then to check on how the health centers are doing and check daily on the health of the community health workers.
Any government or partner can download these basic apps, customize them for their own country, and just like with iTunes, there's a quality control system. Also speaking at the launch was Nigeria's Minister of Finance, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who said the country has done well in containing the Ebola virus.
Nigeria has done well, thank God, in containing the Ebola virus. And today there is no case. We had 19 cases, 7 deaths, the rest recovered, no case. How did it happen? Massive communication. We used the mobile telephony to send out SMSs, the government did, to those 125 million lines. I have mine. I was trying to pull it up on my phone just to show you. So with that, we were able to tell every household what it looks like, the symptoms, everybody who had a phone.
Meanwhile, the World Health Organization says the EVD remains a public health emergency of international concern. The UN body estimated that the current outbreak of the disease could infect 20,000 people as soon as early November unless rigorous infection control measures are implemented. There have been close to almost 6,000 cases so far, with new analysis suggesting about 70% of those infected have died, higher than the 50% previously reported. Trials of experimental drugs are being fast-tracked in West Africa. Several drugs are under development, but they have not been fully tested, and most are in very short supply. In the meantime, the head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis I, has called on the international community to help people suffering from the deadly Ebola virus. At a weekly general audience in St. Peter's Square at the Vatican, the Pope said his thoughts go out to those countries in Africa that are suffering because of the Ebola epidemic. In other news, researchers have developed the first breath test for tuberculosis in the laboratory. U.S. scientists report in the journal Nature Communications that the test provides rapid information on drug resistance that takes up to 6 weeks using standard methods. The new research used an inhaled form of isoniazid, an antibiotic commonly used to treat the disease, which is activated by a TB enzyme. The bacteria emits a unique gas signature within 10 minutes of exposure to an inhaled antibiotics in rabbits. A positive result indicates that TB bugs are present and suggests they are susceptible to isoniazid. For many years, diagnosis of TB relied on a lengthy wait for bacteria to grow in a culture of the patient's sputum. The next step will be to show that the tests work in humans in a clinical setting. Finally, Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy has dropped plans to limit abortion to cases of rape or where the mother's health is at serious risk. The proposals had drawn widespread opposition and prompted dissent in Mr. Rajoy's Popular Party, despite being part of its election program in 2011. The government will instead seek to stop 16 and 17-year-olds having an abortion without parental consent. Abortion is legal in Spain in the first 14 weeks of a woman's pregnancy. It was first legalized in 1985 in cases of rape or physical damage to the mother or child. The proposals had led to large street protests. Thousands of people attend an anti-abortion demonstration in Madrid. Anti-abortion campaigners say the 2010 reforms have led to 300 abortions per day, but government figures last year indicated the numbers fell after the law took effect. About 30 minutes have rolled by, and it's been nice sharing them with you. Thank you so much for watching Health News. Do stay with us on Channels Television. I am Yomi Otaibi.